From West Coast, the jewel of the Gulf Coast, paradise on the Gulf of Mexico. Experience joy, peace, love. I am Henry Porter, and this is the Love Campaign.
In the day that you seek me.
If not now, when? If not here, where? If not you, who? If not this, what? And if no action, why? It is your day and it's your time. Prepare for the phenomenal. I'm Bishop Henry Porter, and this is the Love Campaign, aiming at your heart, genuine, authentic, engaging you in the love of God.
Hey, I'm sitting here at my piano. I like the piano. But you know, what is it that you are that you haven't discovered? Huh? Yeah, I was thinking with you then. How can I forget those times we spent together? The times when you knew you loved me too. Have you ever felt threatened because you're loving so deeply you think you're being taken advantage of by the people that you love? I know some people can cut up on you sometimes, but you know what? Love is not a sin, and it's the strongest force in the universe. It moved God to give his son. You got to think about it. How can I forget those times we spent together, the times when you knew that you wanted me too? Yeah, you wanted me too. I remember those times we spent together. I do remember. How can I forget? How did you forget? You shared it with me, and now I must share it with you. I want you to rise to your proper height. He's already erected your name to its proper status. But now you've got to believe in your name, just like Jacob the supplanter had to believe that he was elevated to Israel ruling with God. I come from a person who deceives to a person who rules in truth, to rule with truth. And the truth is, you are who you are because God made you that. Now discover who you really are. Be born again. And when you're born again, you're going to come into the proper status, and your name will erect itself. You are called to greatness. This is no joke. But it's not just going to happen when you sit around and you do not embrace it. You must embrace truth. And when you know the truth, it will make you free. How can I forget? How did you forget? I remember those times we spent together. Do you remember? I remember. I remember, I remember, I remember. I remember, I remember, I remember. How can I forget those times we spent together? The times when you knew that you loved me too. How can I forget those times we spent together? Oh yes, oh yeah. The times when you knew that you love me too. I remember, I remember, I remember. Do you remember. I remember, I remember, I remember. Oh, yes. I remember. I remember. I remember. Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember? I remember those times we spent together. The times when you knew that you wanted me to. You wanted me to. Oh, how can I forget? 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 You shared it with me. Now I must share it with you. I love you too. Oh yeah. Who is it? Who is
You
it?
and me together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I love you too. You and me together, 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 together. Ooh, you and me together. Ooh, yeah, together. Victor Young. When I first saw him, it was at a function that was given by the West Coast Black Theater Troupe. I saw this distinguished gentleman standing in the room. And I said, Nate, who is that? I don't know him. But before the night was over, he had said some words to me as we talked in a doorway downstairs. And he told me how he had come to know who he is. That he had this potential and even the figures to back it up, but did not know what he had until someone else told him what he had. And I listened to him and I said, it's my job to put it out there. Anybody who talks to you, and this African American man who was speaking from the depths of his spirit, that thing affected me. I went and talked about him in the congregation, because I think that when you get a hold of something good, you're supposed to share it. And he had shared so many wonderful things. I want to read this plaque to you first, before Doc. The West Coast Center for Human Development presents the Community Champion Award to Victor Young, a rare gem of special making kind. You are a life builder, a wise man, a father who honors his father, You turn the tables and set the course of business and personal success. And I have to share something else with you. He told me a story. I asked him, I said, would you just come and talk with these guys? We'll ask them to pay for their own lunch. I said, we're not charging for the event. You have some seeds that if you would bud plant, it would change lives. We planned the event, and he said, I'll gladly do that. My son, Etienne, talked with him. And he came and he talked, but there was one topic that he talked about that raked over me. And it broke up even more the fallow ground as he planted seed. And he talked about his daddy. And he said, I was a boy, and my daddy applied for the contract to do the bid for the Tampa International Airport. Will you tell them what you told me? If you don't remember, I do. Your daddy applied for that, and you said, I respect my father.
Then he gives me the mic. You know, first off, he probably thought I was crazy a minute ago because we sat at that table. I was staring at him a little wild-eyed there because I thought he was in his 40s. So as he kept telling his stories, I started doing the math, and so I started checking him for plastic surgery marks. And I didn't see any, so he's got great genes, just so you guys know. All right, I had to break that up a little bit. You know, my dad had a 6th grade education and a whole bunch of courage. And he taught me that I can do anything. At 12 years old, I would estimate government contracts with my dad, who couldn't read the contracts, and he would give it to me. And people laughed at us when we walked through the FAA Center, me and our little truck, and me and my dad, and he said, well, where's your estimator, and where's your equipment? And he pointed to me. So there he is right there. So I got out, and I walked off this area. As a matter of fact, every time I go to Tampa International Airport, I think about it. And so I walked it off, and we put our bid in. About 90 days later, we got the contract. I just remember the people that came outside and looked at us and just kind of laughed a little bit and just said, what the heck are they doing? And, you know, it wasn't so funny after years of getting that contract over and over again, and the expansion contracts. And as much as I hated to work there because it was hot at the airport and it was tough work, it made me proud every time we went there. And there were so many doors that I walked through, and I thought about that time. And I realized that just show up. Just have the courage to show up. That's number one. You know, keep God first and have fantastic intentions in everything that you do. And, you know, for a man with a 6th grade education, I learned more than him than anyone that I've learned, sat in any board meeting with, anywhere on any continent I've ever been to. And so I've learned you can learn something from anybody. Anybody. So, with that said, he also taught me that your word is your bond. And without a good name, you have nothing. So everything that I've done, no matter how tough it may be, I take that tough road any day of the week before I'll take a shortcut to do the wrong thing and jeopardize my name and my family's name. So I'm going to tell one other quick story, and then I'm done. I tried to become a dealer my entire life, and car dealer, automobiles. All right, and I wasn't finding any success. Finding success in the business, worked my way up from sales and, finance and sales manager and general sales manager. But the interesting thing that would happen is my phone kept ringing. I never looked for a job. I would do a great job and someone would call me and say, hey, we heard you can fix a department. Would you come and fix this one? Well, sure, I'll do that. But it was always it was just a wreck. It was just a shambles of a business. The employees were depressed. The market was, it was just the worst mess you could find. And it used to always almost upset me because I would say, why do I always get the worst possible store in the country? This thing is losing $3 million. It's doing this. But that was my proving ground. That's how I was being prepared for where I needed to be. And this happened with several different companies. And I went to a public company, the largest public company in the world. And I worked there as a dealer operator, as a general manager. And I remember one day, I didn't sign a non-compete and a no solicit because they really needed help. But I wanted to become a dealer, so the current vice president of the company said, don't sign one. Fix this store, get this operation running, and do what you want to do. So it was a great relationship. And so it allowed me to meet more manufacturers and build these relationships over time. And he retired. So we had a new vice president of the company comes in and he says, Victor, I got great news. We forgot to give you your stock options. I'm well, great, I like money, this is great. So he goes, but one thing, you never signed your no solicit, no hire. He goes, well, I asked, well, does that mean I can't talk to manufacturers and become a dealer? He goes, we're a public company. We're not in the business of making our general managers automobile dealers. And so they loved me. I was a rising star in the organization, but I had a vision. And for 30 days, this man was in my office. If I got there at 6 o'clock, he got there at 5:59. If I got there at 5:58, at 5:57, he was reading the New York Times at my desk. For 30 days, he tried to get me to sign this document, and it was a great job. I was making a lot of money. And finally, I decided I'm gonna follow this vision. And so I leave for work. I get back, it's about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and I say to my wife, you want to go to lunch? She goes, why aren't you at work? I quit. Everybody thought I was insane. They thought I was insane, but I had a vision. And when God puts that vision inside of you, you cannot sell yourself short. You cannot stop for the money. You cannot stop for the notoriety. You cannot stop for anything else. You have to stay with your vision. And 60 days later, I'm in a bigger job. I'm running a luxury company, and it grew from there. And today, it led me to relationships where my phone continued to ring from the right individuals that allowed me to become an automobile dealer on January 15th of 2008. And since then, it's been phenomenal. We've added Lamborghini in 2009, and we're opening a Mini Cooper store this month in Wesley Chapel, Florida. So sticking with that vision and having enough faith to keep walking forward no matter what, it's paid off. Having that courage that I learned from my father has paid off. And with that said, I have another vision, and it's a big one. And people are probably going to think I'm pretty crazy in the next few years when I continue to pursue it. But I just want to let you guys know, first and foremost, I'm not. It's a plan behind it. So thank you for allowing me to be here tonight. And this man has definitely influenced me and motivated me to pursue that vision. And me and him have talked about it on several occasions, and we've talked about the math, the science, the human factor, the spiritual side. We've broke this thing down 9 different ways till Sunday on several occasions, but I think I've got it. We'll talk about that later.
You ask me if I love you, I still care. Well, yes, sorry, I'm still so in love.
You can always contact me. I'm Henry Porter. That's who I am. Henry Porter at Post Office Box 49168 in Sarasota, Florida. Sarasota, Florida. 34230. It will be on the screen so you can see it. You can call us. There's an 800 number you can call, and there is our 941 number you can call. And please, don't give up if it rings a bit long if someone else is on the phone, because we really want to hear from you. Contact us, and you can write, email me at westcoastcenter@aol.com. West Coast Center, one word.
Henry Porter and the Love Campaign. We will see you next week. Same time, same place.